This is a member of the Voice of Reason. Um, this is my part two on the music business and why it's changing. Like I said, a lot of things are coming down, are going to be getting very, very hairy. Since my last video, since my part one video, a lot of things have come to light. Um, it's like I said, one of the things I've quoted before is I said that when you beat Uncle Sam, you walk away humble and you keep your mouth shut. You don't pull a Gotti and run and flap with your gums. You don't wake the sleeping bear. And there's a lot of Republican conservatives who would love more than anything to pass new sanctions and new laws to sit there and make the music business more non-accessible. And just the fact of the matter is, America has become a very scary, unpleasant place to be nowadays. Like I said, if you want to make it in the music business nowadays, you have to stay out of prison. You have to have no criminal background. And if you do have a long, extensive rap sheet, you just got to get honest with yourself. The next Steven Tyler or Joe Perry, you're not going to be. You're not going to be like Greg Graffin or Bob Mould, rocking out on stage and making decent money. By the time you hit 50, which is Bob Mould is in his 50s, and hey, Bob, more power to you, man, you rock. It's obvious. Bob Mould is one of my influences. It's by the time you hit your 50s, you're probably not going to have money left over for retirement because you're going to be working either A, if you're lucky, delivering pizzas, or B, working a roofing job or doing something that's not very that's not very pleasant. That's not very, that's not very, just there's a lot of jobs that you cannot do if you've been to prison multiple times because there's a lot of places that are not legally not allowed to hire you, or it's their legal right not to hire you. It depends on the offense you committed. Now, the music business is very much not investing in people who have been to prison multiple times anymore. And unfortunately, musicians that are criminals have done the stupid act of waking the sleeping bear and provoked the politicians. So, on a local level, there are local politicians that are very much, going out of their way to make sure that guys like that do not get opportunities anymore. For example, there's a local music venue here upstate New York where I live, and the owner of that venue kept letting musicians who have extensive career criminal backgrounds play in his venue over and over and over again. Meanwhile, Department of Social Services was right around the corner from his venue. You had the Social Security office was a block up the road, or two doors down from his his shop. You had the police station, which was around the corner. You had every government building within walking distance of his place, and he's constantly letting guys who are constantly letting local musicians who are on the cop shit list, who they arrested multiple times for drug use, vandalism, assault and battery, various different offenses, and that's a prime example right there. On a local level, that guy had to close his doors and cannot open up anymore because, let's face it, he screwed himself. On top of it, some of his employees were getting paid off the books to work for him and were bragging about being on probation and doing it. That in itself is idiotic and stupid. So that proves my point right there. That yes, it doesn't pay to be a criminal nowadays. And if you have a rap sheet a mile wide, if you have a love for music and you don't want to be a rock star, and you're not going to be a rock star, by all means, keep that turntable, keep that bass guitar, keep that drum kit, keep that guitar itself, and however, if you want to be a rock star and you know that it's just simply not going to happen, take your guitar and hawk it for money. Because I'm sorry. What am I going to tell you guys? Pipe dreams will kill you. Pipe dreams and heartbreak can kill a person. Just remember that. Don't sit there and set yourself up for failure. Do the smart thing. You know, that's a prime example right there as to how things are changing. Plus, angry parents are all over the place are now speaking out. A lot of things in America have changed. You have the shootings that have happened. You have all kinds of stuff. It's not just a mentally ill guy got a hold of an assault rifle and killed 17 people, which is horrible, by the way. It's what it's done with that one incident has done all over the country. It's made our country look at every loophole in our country, every neglected problem that we do not look at, and the music business now, unfortunately, is now taking the rap. That and the Me Too movement have both forced the country to say, "Wait, wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 20. There's a lot of musicians that have been to prison for serious crimes. So, what they did is they drew a line in the sand and no more. Now it's a lot harder. Like I said, if you did like one offense when you were a kid, you did hell raising, you're stupid, that happens. You put some distance between your past and you, which means your chances of making it. I know a local musician who's very talented. He's like a Peruvian Santana. In fact, he's pound for pound. I think he's a 10 times better guitar player than Carlos Santana ever will be, and he has a chance at making it because he made a lot of better. He's made much more smarter life choices than a lot of other people have, and he deserves to make it. Personally, I think he should be touring with. I think he should be touring with the Misfits or Linkin Park or doing anything else. But there's a lot of raw talent of people who deserve to make it. And if you want to be fair, guys like that deserve to make it. Those of you who have extensive criminal backgrounds, you genuinely don't deserve to make it. You made a lot of fucked up life choices. I mean, what do you want me to say? Oh, yes, please. Try and be a rock star. Try and be a rapper. Never mind that the taxpayers wasted a lot of money to lock your ass up, to feed you, warehouse you. Never mind that you made while you were doing your stupid shit, you made the society around you a miserable place to live. Never mind around you that your stupid shit has motivated every Republican conservative to want to take 20 steps backward when we want to move forward. So if you want to be fair, and I'm not a Republican, I'm a Democrat. If you want to be fair, those of you who do have like extensive criminal backgrounds, who've been in and out. Okay, you played the guitar as a form of therapy, and somewhere along the way you got really talented. Ear for music. You like to play. Good for you. That doesn't mean you deserve to you deserve to be a rock star. That doesn't mean you deserve to be a famous rapper. Somebody who has made better life choices, who has not been to prison, who has not done any of that stupid things, they deserve to make it. Even if they are mediocrely talented. So we have mediocre music. Fair is fair. That's the most common sense logical thing I can tell you. And now society is starting to catch up to that fact. So yeah, the place I just spoke about, I'm not going to openly say the name of the place because that would be wrong. But what forced that place to close their doors was the very thing people told them not to do, and it's that. If you're going to sit there and have a live music band, and for music venue owners, if you don't know a local band, it only costs $35 every 2 months to use instantcheckmate.com with your bank card. You can do all the background checks you want. Get names, dates of birth, do background checks. And just use common sense. Just understand that these people have extensive rap sheets and say, sorry, I can't let your band play. Well, I could let all of you play, but you got to replace him or her or that one with somebody else. I can let you play, but you got to kick them out of your band. But that's their front man. So what? You're not playing in my venue. I'm sorry. You can play, but I can't pay you. And if I keep letting you and every other band play here, the cops are going to come and shut me down. That's just how it is. And in New York State, they're very stringent on that, and they've been cracking down like crazy. Anyway, it's why a lot of famous bands won't play here in New York anymore. In fact, the music business is suffering here in New York State because of how the music business is changing to a very vast degree. It's getting harder and harder every year if you have been to prison to scratch out a living. Ouch, right? Anyway, this is a member of the Voice of Reason. Oh.